Hey, what's up? If you don't know me, my name is Koda. Originally a Shimo Nefertiti David. I'm of Egyptian, Ethiopian, and Filipino descent. I just am making this video to kind of be more vulnerable about my past and kind of the challenges I face in life. A reoccurring theme in my life particularly is loneliness. Physical loneliness, that is. Spiritually and emotionally and mentally, I don't feel lonely at all, because I know nowadays, I know that I have myself, and that's all I really need. I love myself to such a deep extent that nothing anyone does, says, or doesn't do or say can faze me. And my atmosphere and environment can't really faze me unless I let it. So nowadays I'm not super lonely, but I was walking home from work late at night, and I know myself to the point where I realize what triggers me into lower vibrational emotions, and I realize that after a long day of work and my body's kind of tired and kind of stressed, I tend to feel more negative, or have more negative thought patterns. And so, yeah, I was thinking about how over my whole life, I always felt like I didn't belong. Felt like I didn't belong in my friend group, in my school, in the world, as a human. If you didn't know, I'm FTM transgender. I was born biologically female. It took me about 18 years to come to terms and come to peace with that statement, but I'm here now. Yeah, if you have any empathy at all, you can imagine that it's not easy. People constantly telling you that you're making you feel like you're different, weird, ugly, disgusting. I didn't want to be anything like me. I remember begging to God as a little child, please allow me to be normal. That's all I ever wanted. Of course, now I wouldn't want to be anything like normal at all, because I'm gonna stop myself right there. But it was rough, and I mean, I never really had friends after maybe after high school, After high school, I went to college for a little bit, and I met some friends, and that lasted about a month or two. And then after, realizing how superficial and not unintelligent, but just unaware, closed-minded, superficial, surface level they were, I just don't vibe. I just don't vibrate with them, and I don't resonate with them, and they fall out of my life super easily, or I spiral out of theirs, or vice versa. And it's like, nowadays no one's really considered my friend. I consider everybody a teacher, because I learn from everybody. Friend, enemy, parent, sibling, stranger, everybody's my teacher. Nobody's my friend. Nowadays, I live alone. I've always been alone. That's the thing. And I love that part of me, because that's how I've been able to establish such a strong identity and awareness of self, by being alone and not having any outer energies penetrate or differentiate my way of thinking about myself or my values and things like that. I mean, when I was in high school, I had a lot of friends. I'm a great person to be around. People love my energy, like, just naturally. I don't even have to say anything. In fact, I don't really say a lot of things. I'm more of a listener. I observe. I feel like I don't speak unless spoken to, you know? I'm not one of those people who just have a lot to say, and I do have a lot to say, which is the very weird thing. I do have so much to say, but I don't feel drawn or provoked to say it unless I really connect with you. And yeah, nowadays I'm trying to be more vulnerable and open up, but only because I know that what I've been through is super intricate and it helps a lot of people. I've been learning how to kind of garnish it and be able to present it in a way that's more subtle or more normal, as like in a regular conversation. Before, when I was at the peak of my spiritual awakening, it was like like everything kind of just like exploded out of me at one time, and people kind of felt like that. It kind of gave the impression that I was like delusional or whatever. Yeah, so back to, I keep going on tangents, but like when I talk to you guys, like literally this is the only time I really have these conversations, sadly enough. But I mean, I'm not sad though, so that's the wrong choice of words. But yeah, people want small talk, and I don't care for it at all. I was just thinking about like how I get through every day. And I was talking to my boss yesterday, and I was telling her about my scars, because she was asking about my name Koda, and she was like, oh, so you just call yourself that? Like, so if I call myself Miss Smith for a month, like, that's like the same thing as what you're doing. I'm like, no, not at all, you know? The name Koda has so much significance to me. It establishes how I see myself and how I perceive myself, and it represents my growth and how much I've overcome and who I am now, you know? The former me, Ash Daly, is not me today, and I want to leave him in the past. You feel me? Ash Daly is this. Ash Daly is this. Ash Daly is sad, miserable, depressed, unethical, just full of sadness, completely broken. I'm nothing like him. I don't want to be anything like him. But I do not condemn him, because I had to go through him to become me, you know? The word Koda, Koda, spelled backwards, is A-D-O-K. Ash Daly is okay. I'm okay now. I'm Koda. I've embodied my true self, my higher self. And that's the significance behind that name. So, I realized how some people like are really playing life on easy mode, and I really didn't. Like, I didn't choose the easy mode at all. Like, I was like, hell no, I'm go home or go big. Go big or go home, baby. It's all or nothing. And I turned that knob all the way to intense before I entered my human body, and it's kind of crazy. But I love it. Like, I'm so grateful for every step of the way, you know? Looking back, it's just like, I'm so amazed at myself. And I tell myself this to ease the feeling of loneliness, you know? Because, you know, like, even if I was with somebody else, I realized that even if I was with somebody else and they were like the average person, you know, that small talk, happy-go-lucky type of person, like, I would still feel so fucking lonely talking to them. Because they're here and I'm here, not in terms of elevation or I mean, not in terms of like value, but they're surface level and I'm deeper than the Mariana Trench, you know? Like, my soul goes light years away and they're just here on Earth, you know? Like, phenomenal. But yeah, that's me. And this video is getting kind of long, so I'm just gonna cut it here. Alright. Oh, this, by the way, is an Egyptian symbolism. This is the Eye of Ra, and this is the Ankh. If you do some research, you can find out a lot of interesting things. Okay, bye.